It's your girl, Miss J, and this is Talks with J Visual Sagittarius, episode 16. And we're going to get into my predictions for RBE Entertainment Presents Mask On 2 going down this Saturday, October the 10th. It's going to be a limited VOD. And let's get into the battles that are on the card. Let's start from the bottom. You got a 1SK battle happening. We don't know who it's gonna be because it doesn't tell us, but salute to them battling. But let's get into the actual battles we know about. Thanks to the flyer, you got Chez versus Bankhead. This would be an interesting battle. Bankhead hasn't been battling, I don't believe, too much recently. I think the last time I seen Bankhead was URL when he battled Goldie Illuminati, which I think was like a minute ago. But he's dope. I believe he's NWX. But he's dope. I think he reps Milwaukee. So it's interesting to see what he brings, and that haven't really seen him on a major card recently. And he's going against Chez. Chez has been battling crazy. Chez is also a part of the KOTD Grand Prix tournament. So it's interesting he's on this card and also still in the tournament. So like to see what he comes with for this battle. I just don't want him to overdo it. We're trying to have all these battles in between the battles he has for the tournament and just wear himself out. Granted, Chez is dope and he can freestyle and rebuttal, give you 3 of them things. But when it comes to the writtens, I want to make sure his writtens are just as great as his freestyles and rebuttals when he gives you 3 of them things. So it's hard for me to really pick who I could say is gonna win this battle. If I have to go off of what I've seen recently, I would go with Chez. He's been more active battling, but I can't count Bankhead out because he's been inactive and he might be sitting on some bars, but I expect that to be a good battle. Next battle, you got Head Ice, Wolf Love versus Rosenberg Raw. Just like Chez, Head Ice is also in the KOTD Grand Prix East Coast bracket of that tournament. So it's interesting. He's also on this card because, you don't want to take so many battles in between the ones for the tournament and tire yourself out, or that your writing level and bars and performance isn't up to par when it matters the most for the KOTD Grand Prix tournament when $50,000 is on the line. Rosenberg Raw last battled Snake Eyes here on RBE. That was a cool battle. Rosenberg did his thing. Rosenberg, usually shows up. RBE is his home. So I expect Rosenberg to give a bad performance. If I'm basing it off of last battles, Head Ice did okay against Tylo last Sunday. Wasn't anything too crazy in my opinion. He ended up winning the battle, so it was enough to advance. Rosenberg versus Snake Eyes was a dope battle. I think the build up more so to them made that battle good, because Rosenberg kept saying, "Well, I beat your boss," and he's talking about T-Rex because he battled T-Rex. And Snake Eyes basically was saying, "Nah, you ain't beat my boss, you know. And if you feel you did, now you got me. What you gonna do?" So that was a dope battle between the two. I'm going Rosenberg Raw to win that. Next you got Overhead versus A-Ward. Overhead was he just battled Chef Chez on the last RBE card, and he beat Chef Chez. A-Ward, I'm trying to think some of A-Ward's last few battles that I know of. I know he had the 2-on-2 with Loso versus Chubby Jag and B-Dot. He also had the 2-on-2 with Chef Chez versus Prep and Twerk for Gates of the Garden. And I think he's battled again recently for Gates of the Garden. So, and A-Ward's 4 Horsemen too. I'm a fan of A-Ward. I don't see why A-Ward hasn't been on URL yet. But hey, I don't make those decisions. But if I had a say in it, he definitely would be on URL battling along with Loso and the Saga. I got this battle being a good battle. It really can go 2-1 either way. I really can't pick a winner for Overhead versus A-Ward. I'm just gonna say the fans are gonna win with this battle. It's gonna be a 2-1 debatable battle. Whoever just comes prepared, bars, performance, moments is gonna win the battle. All I'm gonna say is Overhead didn't stumble in his last battle and was fire all 3 rounds versus Chef Chez. So take notice to that. When Overhead makes it through a battle, doesn't stumble, doesn't choke or fumble for 3 straight rounds, fire. So Overhead, A-Ward, it's gonna be a debatable 2-1 either way. Big K versus Big T. I'm not so thrilled about this battle. I'm sorry, I'ma say it. Big K versus Big T. I'm not thrilled about the battle. Big T's last 2 battles that come to mind from URL, he was trashing. I'ma say it. Big T was trash in his last 2 URL battles that come to mind. He battled Twerk. I think Twerk had a mishap in that battle, and I think he won that battle. He also battled Jackboy. I don't think he won against Jackboy, but the battle wasn't great. Like, Big T, in my opinion, hasn't been great since his K-Shine battle. That's just my opinion. Big K just battled Mac Myron, and that was a dope battle. Big K battled Adi Boom, and that went viral, especially with Boom just getting out of jail and the paperwork situation. Big K's giving some great performances, but he's not blocking people on Twitter. I'm definitely going with Big K to beat Big T. Like, Big T hasn't shown anything to make me say, oh, I want to watch Big T battle. And none of his last 3 battles. So I'm going Big K to win against Big T. And the big battle that a lot of people have been going back and forth and talking about. Chubby Jag versus 40 Cal. Chubby Jag battled Math Hoffa. He did very well against Math Hoffa. That was my first time seeing him and hearing about him. But he did very well. 40 Cal battled Ill Will. That was a really good battle too. So there's been a lot of talk about who really had the best comeback battle and performance. That's still being talked about, whether it's Jag, whether it's 40 Cal, whether it's Mickey Fax, whether it's Cassidy, whether it's Jay Mills. I think if you get in a room, you ask at least 10 people, you're gonna hear a bunch of different answers. Again, for Jag versus 40 Cal, I think it's just gonna be a debatable battle. Whoever has the better performance and the better bars and the better moments, again, you know. And that's basically my predictions for Mask On 2. It's going down again this coming Saturday, October the 10th. You can buy your VOD from RBEentertainment.com. It's a limited event. Show love to ARP and the staff, and that's a wrap.